What's up, everybody? Welcome to my first pickups video. Of course, I've had pickups before, but I've never really shown them to you on video before. So, I wanted to do this beforehand a while back, but I really haven't had any good pickups lately to show you. I've had a few recently, and we're going to get to those in a second. So, these were from yard sales, mostly. Some were from some online auctions, but we'll get to that later. Yard selling has been very, how would I say it? Very hit or miss for me lately, and I took a little break from it. Partially out of necessity, and partially out of I was getting tired of fucking coming up empty. I mean, I'd find maybe one or two games for 4 hours of searching. It just really was not worth it. A part of that has to do with the fact that I live in a touristy area, and during the summertime, the tourists make looking for this stuff 1,000 times harder. It's just crazy. So, I mean, it's bad enough when the tourists aren't here looking for stuff, but it's just horrible when they are. So, that being said, let me show you what I found today yard selling. So my first pickups, I was buying, that is not a DS game. Here it is. So, my first pickups were DS games. Not exactly retro, but it will help my retro cause. We've got Tetris DS complete in box. It's a pretty good game, and it kind of fluctuates on eBay when you sell it. I have this already, but for $2, I was going to turn this into $20, I think. Maybe 15 to 20. Still, that's a good price. And it was one of the first yard sales I went to. I said, hey, you know what, let me buy some. So then, also at the same yard sale, these are all relatively similar. I mean, I got Pet Vet, which came with it, $2. But Pet Vet, if you can see that. Alright. Pet Vet. But with it came in this little plastic case here for also an additional $2. Mario Kart DS, and I'm pretty sure it's not fake. I know these get faked, and a lot of Super Mario Brothers games get faked, but I don't believe that is a fake. Speaking of Super Mario Brothers, in this pink case, it's my color, isn't it? In my pink case, and it even says Nintendo DS on it. How nice of them. Alright. In this pink case, we have Super Mario Brothers. Alright. So, that was at the first yard sale I found anything at. I went through maybe 2 or 3 before I hit that one. I was like, it was kind of a fluke that I went there. I was trying to go in one direction, but this one took me in a different direction. Which kind of ended up working out, I guess, considering what I got today. And then, the only other yard sale I got something at. Now, that's not to say there weren't other games. It just weren't games I was looking for. I saw some Wii games. I saw PS2 games. But these are, a lot of them were just look like they've been picked through, which is, the case. That happens. So I came across this one that wasn't, advertised very well, and I try to find those, and I'll check more on this in my other video. That's right. Watch my other video that's going to come out shortly after this one. It's a quick tip for hunting for games online and at yard sales. Just a quick tip. It should be coming out right around the same time as this video, September 2016. Should be quick tip number 2. So if you're interested in learning more about that, go ahead and check it out. But this is a little bag of Game Boy Advance games, and it came with a Game Boy Advance. Not the best kind of a Game Boy Advance. I wish it was an SP, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. And it's got a writing on it. John Nemeth. John Nemeth owned this. And there's no battery cover either, which sucks. But, again, these advances don't sell well on eBay. I mean, for the price that I got this whole lot for, I got this whole lot for $10. Um, Not bad. I mean, this is probably worth 15, so I mean that's the pays for it right there. But I opened it up and I saw, it's a clear green Game Boy Advance case. Oh, what is that? You know, it's probably Pokemon Emerald. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's got the right kind of battery. The chip board seems right. It says 2002 Nintendo, so that's about right. It does not appear to be fake. And I'll show you something in a second that makes me think that it still is the Emerald. What's in here? Yeah, because there was an actual Pokemon Emerald in the case as well. And that, my friends, if it is real, and I'm pretty sure it is about between $40 and $50. Isn't that crazy how that shit just jumped up after Pokemon Go came out? I got most of my collection for my Pokemon games right before Pokemon Go came out, man. I'm glad I did. And most of them were easy pickups too. I never paid full price for them, but they were worth, anywhere between $15 and $30. Pokemon games. That was all right. Those suckers shot up to $50 right after Pokemon Go came out, and they haven't gone back down. The Pokemon Go craziness is, weaning off, and the prices on these suckers are not going down. So this really made the lot for me. I mean, there's some other games in here. Got Batman Vengeance. I don't know the price of that game. I'm probably just going to check it out and then resell it. Now, this is like a $2 or $3 game. It's Harry Potter. It's the Sorcerer's Stone. But it's a Harry Potter game. Those aren't really worth much usually. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. And Odd Parents. Pretty sure this is not very valuable either. And finally, Frogger's Adventure. Ta-da. I actually want to check that out. I'm a Frogger fan. Why not, right? So yeah, that was $10 pickup today. Fuck yeah. That is a extremely good Frogger pickup. Now, if that case without the label ends up being a Pokemon game, then that's, even without the label, a $20 game. Pretty sure it's a Pokemon game. I don't remember seeing any other green cases like that. And now let me compare the cases. That would be wise of me, correct? Correct. So, that. So yeah, they're almost identical. Put them up to the light. Yeah, because this isn't leaf green, because leaf green's green is a little different. So we got two Emerald games here. I mean, 20 and 50. Hello? Fucking that makes the whole day right there. I have Emerald Green, so I don't need to keep it, and I will sell it. And help out my cause of, collecting video games and toys and all sorts of other goodies that make me feel like I'm in the 80s again. Alright, so my final pickup, which was another $10 pickup, at the same yard sale that I got the Game Boy about. And this is why you should always ask, and I'll get into that in my other video, like I said. Quick Tips number 2, check it out. I asked them if they had any other video game stuff. Oh yeah, there should be a PlayStation around here, they said. And I was like, oh, okay, well, where is it? And that was actually inside. They forgot to bring it out. Look at that. Yeah, it does happen. Alright, so PlayStation itself is kind of dirty. It's old. It's been used. It's not like... I've seen them a lot worse, that's for sure. Comes with 2 controllers, cables, everything. It looks like it's been well kept, though. I mean, it's just a little dirty on the top. You see the back, man? That's pretty well good. Just dusty and dirty on top. That's all. That I'll be selling. I don't have a need for PlayStation 1. I wish it was the old version with the RF out and stuff like that, or RGB, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it is not. It's got 2 controllers. You know, standard controller without the sticks. It also came with an interactive CD that's never been opened. That's probably not worth anything, but that's cool. I think, you know, it's the old, you know, demo interactive CDs that they had out for PlayStation. It's not even open. It's sealed on the back. That might be useful to someone. This manual, which I don't know, it's got some kind of Marvel game to it. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. This is not for PlayStation 1. This is for PlayStation 2? I just ripped it. It's sticky. Why is this sticky? That makes me think of something. It's not cool. And here I am still thumbing through it. Marvel versus Street Fighter manual, and it is not full because the cover's obviously not on it. And they stick together. I'll probably go right in the garbage. Gran Turismo, complete in the box. Now, this is kind of odd. It's got 2 sections to it, and there's no, like, holder for a disc here. I was like, oh, what the hell? But there is a disc in it in the back, and it doesn't say that like, it's 2 discs. But it's got 2 booklets. So it is the Greatest Hits edition. I don't know. I'll have to look it up just to make sure there wasn't 2 discs with this, but I'm pretty sure it's just a 1 disc with 2 sides because of the 2 booklets that came with it. But it's a nice little deal right here, Gran Turismo. Evil Dead, complete in box for the PlayStation 1. Resident Evil Director's Cut, complete in box for the PlayStation 1. Tekken 3, complete in box for the PlayStation 1. Area 51, complete in box for the PlayStation 1. Oh, this is the jewel right here. 10-pin bowling. 10-pin alley, right? Yeah, 10-pin alley for the PlayStation 1. And, oh, no, I take it back. This is the jewel. Madden 2000. All these are complete in box. All are good games, man. I mean, barring Madden here, because 10-pin is, I don't know, I've never played it before, but I imagine bowling games aren't that bad. They're just not expensive, like we would like them to be. But all of that, the PlayStation and these 10 games, was an extra $10, which I thought was a pretty good deal. I don't know what the value of the PlayStation 1 games are. My knowledge of PlayStation 1 games and their prices are not up to par where they should be, so I don't know. I'll look them up, though. There you go. Those are my video game pickups from the yard sale this weekend. Moving on. I picked up some stuff for me. Oh, this is not. Man, this is the wrong one. For me at an auction. I picked up a couple other things at an auction. Here, I'll show it to you. A couple things to resell and a couple things to keep for myself. This is the one to keep for myself. Nintendo. This, I'm not going to make much money on. Oh, crap. I know just fell out of the box. But it's an NES with 3 games. Not great games. Tetris, I'll beat the hell. Arch Rivals. And this is the best one right here. Metroid. So those 3 came with it, as well as 2 games that fell out of the box. Motherfucker. Alright, so this lot also came with Donkey Kong 64 for the N64, obviously. And Diddy Kong's Racing, which is kind of faded, the label. These are games I'm going to check out, see if I like them, maybe keep them. I'm thinking about doing an N64 collection. I've been thinking about it for a while. Time is right. I've got a little extra dough saved up from selling video games. Haha. And Pokemon games are kind of expensive and people know about them, so it's harder to find them. Of course, I found 2 today. They're both the same game, and ones I already had. I'm only down to like 5 that I need for the complete Pokemon collection. I know it's going to be harder. When you get down to the end, it's always going to be harder. But I'm going to check these out, see if I want to keep them or not. generally, I'm the type of guy who keeps games that I want to play. I never owned an N64 when I was growing up. The first N64 I had was probably 28. So I was already living alone on my own. I think the PlayStation 3 had already come out. No, PlayStation 2 had already come out. At least, no, PlayStation 2 was already out. PlayStation 3 might have been just coming out or something like that. It was right at the end of Pentium 4s being relevant. Put it that way. So it was around that time. And I know I bought it off eBay. And it was cheap. It came with Pokemon Stadium and the little adapter for the N64 to put your Pokemon Game Boys games in, so you could transfer your Pokemon over to the game. And that's why I got it, because I allowed them to play Pokemon. But then I got involved with a girlfriend, and I had a kid, and here I am. Anywho, I'm just playing around, man. But seriously, so those came in that lot that I bought offline with this dirty ass Nintendo. I have not even tested this yet. I am 99% sure that this will work. Most Nintendos do. Dishwasher. Yeah, I said it. Dishwasher. There will be another video when I clean this sucker up. Yep, I'm gonna clean this sucker up on a video on one of my Flippin' It Retro videos. That lot also came with all these cables. I'm not gonna take them out piece by piece. There's like 4 NES controllers, a Super Nintendo controller, some weird controller, and a couple power supplies in there. That was $47 plus plus the auctioneer's fee, and plus the 18% commission that the auctioneer gets, and shipping. So it came close to like $95 altogether with all that stuff. So that's not a great price. Okay? And Quicktip will cover this. The Quicktip number 2 will cover this and my feelings about this and this site, and if you should go to it or not. Believe me, you'll if you watch Quicktip number 2, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So finally, at the same auction site I was just telling you about, I got some stuff that I know I'm going to keep and collect, and that's G.I. Joes and Transformers. Yep. You can see them behind me. I got some Transformers over here, some G.I. Joes over here, maybe. You can see, I don't know, maybe you can't see, I don't know. But I like collecting them. So sometimes I pay more than I should. That's what Quicktip number 2 will be. It's about hunting for video games. And it'll cover that. It'll cover some of the toys and stuff that I got too. Some that I've got a lot cheaper. All that kind of stuff. So please, watch that video. I don't know, I'm like promoting the hell out of it. I feel like Pat the NES punk in his book. So, the first thing I got, I'm really going to show this to you first because I like it. Actually, I love it. Where is his arm? Oh, I'm going to beat him. He didn't send his arm. Anyway, well, I'm missing a fist. It shouldn't be too hard to get. But, oh, it's right here. I was about to say, where the hell is my fist? It's attached to the sword! This is Menasor. If you know anything about Transformers, this was the Combaticons. Okay? Combaticons. This is a combiner. It's got a rig. It's got a couple of cars. Oh, 4 cars and a rig, I believe. Yeah, 4 cars and a rig. That is freaking awesome. This is... I wanted to collect some of the combiners. I love the combiners. I love the premise of the combiners. It's kind of like the precursor to Power Rangers, if you ask me. Voltron was the precursor to these. I want to collect Voltron as well. I haven't found too many of those though, man. Those are scarce. When they pop up, man, whew, they go for some money. As you can see, I have the G2 version of Devastator, the Constructicons, and I like the G2 version better because it's yellow. I understand G1's more money or whatever, blah blah blah, but that G2 cost me like $20, not even. I got that at an actual auction where I was at the auction and bid on it, as well as the Megatron and the Soundwave you see behind me, and some of the Autobots on top there. But that will be covered in. Suddenly, this is not becoming Quicktip number 2, but that's what I'm going to call it. Quicktip number 2 is what I'm going to call it. It'll cover some of those pickups and how and why I believe it's better to do a live auction than an online auction most of the time. But this guy's pretty neat. I believe he's complete except for the vehicle weapons, like the individual weapons. It's got the Menasor weapons, but it does not have the individual weapons, which is fine for me because I will be displaying him as Menasor. Like I said, I want to collect this. This is the Combaticons. These are the ones that were, if you remember the cartoon series, they were imitating the Autobots. Oh, the Autobots are causing trouble, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just the Combaticons. And so the Autobots made the aerial bots, and I want to get that one too. Who's that, Superion or something that he combined into? But anyway, there is Menasor! Alright, so that was the only Transformer I got. Transformers are freaking expensive, people. You think collecting video games are expensive? Try Transformers. And I got some G.I. Joes. A whole bunch of G.I. Joes. These are pretty cheap. G.I. Joes don't sell for much. I mean, they can if they're really sought after. I'm not going to take these out of the bag. Some of these I don't know. They came with it. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. He was just part of a lot that I won. Because I wanted somebody else in that lot. This guy, I can't remember his name. I want to say something about his name, but I got him too. This is Ripcord? Ripcord. This is one of the ones I really want. I believe this is Ripcord. Sorry if you can't see him through the bag too well. I apologize. They got parts and stuff in them. I don't want to take them out. Gung Ho, baby. I've been wanting a Gung Ho. He has some coloring issues on his arms, but I'm sure that's fairly common. The rest of the coloring on him is pretty well, and it comes with his gun and backpack. So I am not too upset about that. Gung Ho. That's part of my collection. Frostbite, I believe, right? This is Frostbite. Did not have him. Now I've got him with his gun, at least. Not his skis or his backpack, but whatever. I had this guy before. His name is Road Pig. He's an easy sell, too. So I'll probably relist him. Is he a Dreadnought? If he's a Dreadnought, I might keep him. But I'm trying to collect all the Dreadnoughts. He's kind of loose, though. He's kind of loose, man. He's loose, alright. Alright. Who else we got? Sea Viper, I believe his name is. But the Sea Viper on the fucking thing, yeah. Sea Viper, or something like that. I think that's what he's called. I wish he had his accessories, but, you know. We can't all let him. Lightfoot. I have a Lightfoot, but I do not have a Lightfoot with all these fucking accessories, and they're awesome. They look. One of them looks like it's custom painted. Some of these look like they're custom painted, which is cool, but not for me. Like, I'd rather have the original. I think I had the original bot. That's why I got them, and on the rest of the stuff I don't have. I don't know. I'll have to look them up. But Lightfoot. Lightfoot. This is some kind of Venom Viper, something or other. I don't remember. Maybe this is the Sea Viper, because he's got a Sea Ray with him and some thingies. But he looked cool, so I bought him. He looked really, really cool. It's kind of like the Cobra La line. I was into Cobra La. I was into Spantor and all that shit. So, kind of looks like that kind of guy, so that's why I got him. This is... Oh, God, I can't remember his name. He's the rescue guy. I don't remember his name. But, yeah. He's the paramedic or whatever. Fireman, paramedic. No, he's the paramedic. I wanted him, so I got him. I think he was part of one of the lots. This guy's definitely part of the lot because I have no idea who he is. I've never seen him before in my life. He's probably a 90s guy. I don't collect anything in the 90s from G.I. Joe. They will be put online to be sold. Try not to even go past 88, but some of them I like. Oh, this dude is loose as hell. His band's all messed up. Thank God I got a whole bunch of O-rings. I can't remember his name, but I wanted him. He might even be a later one, but this fucker looks painted too, man. The guy who owned these probably painted this stuff, but whatever. Not a big deal. Hey, see how loose he is? He's floppy. He's a floppy. But it's alright. It's just his rubber band. I'll fix that. And that's it, man. So, Menosaur cost me about $55, $65, something around there. He goes for around 100 complete. I don't have him complete, so, you know, I mean, it's a fair trade-off. The G.I. Joes, it's hard to get a good deal on these things because they average between $3 and $8 a piece, and that's where I pretty much bought them for online. I try not to go over that, unless it's something rare. I mean, I got a few rare ones already. I mean, I got some Cobra Commanders, some, you know, the inventory, the old 82 line and 83, 84 line. Those are a lot of the most popular ones, I believe. I don't have a lot of them, but when they come up, man, people buy them up big time. That's what everybody wants. So those are my pickups, guys, for this week. Tell me, what'd you think? Did I do good? I think I did good. As far as the yard sale ones go, I'm gonna make my money back tenfold, I think. But the ones online, that remains to be seen. I will make my money back on the NES lot, plus maybe 20, 30 bucks. I will not make any money back on the G.I. Joes. That was a $125 purchase for me, and it'll go right on my shelves for the most part. There may be a few of them, like I said, that I didn't know I'll be selling, that I will sell, and it'll just be money that goes back into my PayPal account to use for yard selling and other auctions to buy more video games and junk like this. Okay, so tell me in the comments below what you thought of this video. Have any questions? Hit me up, man. I'll answer them. Hit that thumbs up button, would you? And subscribe. That'd be awesome of you. And as always, thanks for watching, and thanks for kicking it retro with me.